everybody. My name is Jacob Lundquist, and I wanted to make a quick video just to say hi and kind of introduce myself and what I'm going to really try to do here at JLQ Knives. A little bit of background about myself. 36 years old. I've been in the design industry, CNC, for, I graduated in 04, so there you go, 13 years now. And been in industrial technology degree with an emphasis in design technology, but we did a lot of machining as well in that degree. Pretty awesome program. So that really got me into CNC machining, manual machining, metallurgy. We worked with EDMs and paint finishing, laser cutting, everything. It was awesome. For me as a kid, I was always creative. Legos and making things and paper and drawing. I mean, I always had to create, and I think that's really bled through in my professional life and my personal life. So really into just always, the brain's always going, always wanting to create things. So again, 36 years old, married, almost 15 years here coming up. Got married in college, crazy kids, and 21 years old, and got 5 kids, 3 bios, 2 through adoption. It's been a crazy life, just insane. I do ask myself, what, I keep on wanting to do more and do more. It's like, dude, slow down, but it's just, I gotta make stuff. So thank goodness for YouTube and just kind of falling into looking through these knife makers. Always been into knives. I mean, ever since I remember when I was a little kid, I had a little Swiss Army knife, almost lopped off all the fingers in that nice little thing, sharpened up sticks to roast marshmallows when I was camping. But always loved knives. And then ever since, I think in high school, and for sure in college, I always had a pocket knife. I remember I was working at a, this is non-scripted by the way, just kind of going through, but working at a sporting goods store, and we sold guns and bow and arrow. I used to be a bow guy, but we also sold knives. And when I first learned about Kershaw, I was like, okay, what's this Kershaw? The guy's like, oh man, best knife ever. And he takes it out, and he shaves his arm. And I was like, dang, that thing is sharp. So then, of course, I saved up and bought my first Kershaw. I think it was a Kershaw Leak at the time, and it was like, oh, this is the best thing ever. So honestly, I owned Kershaws forever, since, man, I was working on a CNC lathe actually at the time. I was helping a guy with my bar feeder, and it fell and it shattered. The blade just snapped in half. Bummed. So no more Kershaws. I went to a gas station special until I could save up enough to buy something better. But so graduated college, been actually a designer before, working in 3D CAD for a couple companies now, and working on consumer products for the home industry. I don't want to get into too much detail there, but I always loved the design process, and always loved the CNC process though. So I actually left the company for a little bit and worked in a couple shops, working in tool and die, designing fixturing, also working for a CNC shop manufacturing goods for a company. So high rate, thousands and thousands of parts, plus or minus 5 thou. Some of the lathe parts had plus or minus 2 to 3 tenths. So I was working on Swiss machines, working on lathes, dual turret, Nakamuras, the Swiss GTs, Kitamuras, everything you can think of. Paz, Blake and Fadal, and Miltronics. I mean, worked on a lot of controls. I'm a lot more in the FANUC control system. I just enjoy the FANUC control. But in that, I took that design language, and I love how you can make stuff as you design it, as you create it. You know the processes, how CNC works. So that's just me. I'm a CNC guy, I'm a design guy, I'm a manufacturing guy, I'm an engineering guy. I love it all. And that's where I kind of fell into I was looking at just doing research, and I found these Grismo guys. I'm like, whoa. And so I got like, holy crap, look at these guys. They're in their garage. And I followed them for years as they grew and into what they are right now. I mean, John and Eric, holy crap. I mean, this is awesome. Dream, right? And then I started getting into Nick Shabazz and all these knives, and looking at how he tears them apart, and just the internals, and it just gets me all just, I want to create something, and that is what JLQ is going to be about. It's kind of an experiment, guys. I don't have a shop, and I don't know if I'll ever have a shop. I have buddies with shops though, and I have contacts, and I have friends. I have CAD at my disposal. I have where I currently work. We have awesome 3D printers, PolyJet and FDMs and CNCs that they charge us as employees a really nice reduced shop rate. So that's how I'm going to start this thing out, and we're going to see how it goes. I got the Avantage going, and so here's a picture. And I'm kind of freaking out about it. So how did we get here? Kickstarter was a fun thing. I'm into gadgets and all this fun stuff. So started looking at some Kickstarter knives, and I found these guys, Quiet Carry. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Bryce out of California, and that's where I remember I got my first, this is a kind of a really nice knife. I have a Bandit as well. Bandit was my first one. Then they came out with their first folder, and so this is the West. Carried this thing. This is a Kickstarter edition. Love this knife. Put it in my pocket every once in a while when I just something nice and light, titanium. It is D2 steel. Just a simple slip joint lock there. Love it, right? Then I saved up, and went for a Quiet Carry strand. Also D2 steel, titanium body there. Nice clip. I love their clips. So as I upgrade a little bit, and I'm starting to more and more like these knives, understand how they work, looking at a lot of YouTube videos and following makers as they create. And then this is where it really oh my gosh, I'm gonna need to make something. I got a Grove made, they call this the minimalist knife. Very inspired by the Japanese Higonokami blade and style. This thing is like non-locker, so it just, I'm not gonna give this to my kids. So I'm like, but I love it. I love the feel. Just everything about it is like, oh my gosh, this is a fun knife. So how can I take what I know and what I like? So I like the simplicity of this. Love the unibody. I think they have a really cool idea here. But I love titanium. Look at all these knives too that have bearings. I want something with bearings. I want that thing to just, when it drops, just when you're scared you're gonna lose your thumb. Also the razzle-madazzle, the razzle blade. Love that too. That's where as I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is just a razzle. How do you say that? That would be really cool as well. So looking at that, that's what I'm trying to create and figure out what. Sorry about that, got interrupted. So yeah, looking at the blade, and been looking at steels, and been looking at Nick did a great video on steel, and I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I pick a good steel. What does Nick like? I have been a D2 fan. I just like how, especially with the Quiet Carries, they've been really robust, and they've been really strong, pretty darn easy to sharpen and keeping it. Sorry about that, excuse me. So that's where I'm at. We got the Avantage. Next steps, ordering some parts. right now. Got bearings coming. They're actually here. Got the bearings. Got a few hardware pieces that probably gonna purchase. So I'm looking at sourcing. How am I gonna source this? I'm gonna definitely make my own first prototype. I'm actually RPing that this week. Gonna get that done hopefully by Thursday. And I'm gonna have a working prototype of the Avantage. I've been modeling this thing on my break time for weeks, on my own time, and trying to get something that I'm really excited about. I have something I am really excited to share with my locking mechanism. It's something that I haven't seen before, and I just am really super excited to share it with you guys. And I want to see if it works first, though. You know, works in CAD. I know that when things work on paper, they don't always work in the real world. So I'm going through, I've been looking at tolerancing budgets, and I do the root sum squared and tolerance the crap out of it. And how can I do that? That's kind of what my mentality is. How am I going to be able to possibly source these parts? And not, you know, because when you're making them yourself, you have a little more leeway. I mean, you're in control of your destiny. When you don't do that, that's kind of in my manufacturing mindset, in my current research and development, where I'm developing new products in my current position. You got to really think of, you know, all these parts coming together. You know, they're not all going to be good or perfect. They're not all going to be horrible either. So how do you, hopefully most of the time, it all works. And with a knife, I don't want blade play. I don't want any slop. I want nothing coming back and hurting somebody. I want something epic, and that's what I'm going for. So put it here first. 1 year from today, okay, there is a knife show pretty close to here. I'm way up northern Minnesota, way up north. So it'll be a little bit of trouble, but I'm gonna try to get ready. It's a January show. I'm gonna try to get the Avantage ready for that, and I want to bring it there. I want to get a booth. I'm gonna hopefully go attend it this year, check it out. Bring you guys along if I end up going, and that's my goal. Get a working, epic Avantage ready, bar none. That's it. That's all I want. That's my goal. And trust me, I know I might fall on my face, and that's all right. I'm gonna learn from that. So come along with me. I'm Jacob Lundquist. Let's go on a little adventure. Let's make a knife. That's all I got. I just want to say hello. So, good day, everybody. I'm going to try to post whenever I can. Check out the website. I'm on Instagram. Instagram is jacob.lund.quest, JLQ. JLQ Knives on Twitter. On www.jlqknives.com. And YouTube as well is JLQ Knives. So, thanks so much. Let's have a good time. See you later. Bye.